यशोदा जिनकी मैया है, नंद जी बापैया है। यशोदा जिनकी मैया है, नंद जी बापैया है। ऐसे श्री गोपाल को, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है। गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीद सादनम्। ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं। भद्रकाले नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरु स शिवः प्रोक्तः, यः शिवः स गुरुः स्मृतः। विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पगम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारे श्री कृष्ण हरे मुरारे 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासु हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव वासुदेव सुदेव वासुदेव देव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव वासुदेव सुदेव वासुदेव 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 सुदेव वासुदेव 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारे हरि मुरारे हरि मुरारे हरि मुरारे हरे मुरारे हरे मुरारे हरे मुरारे मुरारे हरे मुरारे हे मुरारे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव 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 Vasudeva 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 Bolo Vasudeva बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की नमः पार्वती पदे हर हर महादेव हरि ओम हरि ओम First question is there. Today also we'll have questions. Tomorrow we have the yagna. So, Charan Sparsh, I am trying acceptance of everything, but is still unable to get detached from these things and people. I suffer as a result and it ruins my many weeks of effort. Can you please guide me how to attain reattachment? I think it must be detachment only, not how to attain a detachment, yet love and accept everyone, including myself, unconditionally. First of all, understand what is the meaning of detachment. Detachment means that the external situations, external people, external actions, presence or absence of that doesn't create presence also and absence also, does not create a thought of sadness, anger or excitement. I'm repeating it. I got something unconducive. It has not created there is no situation, no person which can create three thoughts: excitement, desire, anger, sadness. Sadness, anger, desire or elation, what you call, very happy. There is nothing in this world as if a mud has come, mud doesn't make you angry, neither it makes you sad, neither it makes you very happy. Somebody gave you 1 kg mud as a birthday present, or somebody took 1 kg mud from your garden, so it doesn't make you affected by that. So samloshtashma kanchana, it is the mud and this gold have same value. Pashana khandeshu ratnadi, it is the devaluation. It may be relative, it may be success, it can be failure, it can be very big achievement, it can be very big acknowledgement, it can be losing the relatives, it can be getting insult. All these things don't have any say in my inner world. The inner world is very sanctified. So that is the meaning of attachment. Like Bhagwan Ram, whether it was the palace or whether it was sleeping on the floor, his mind was not reacted while sleeping on the floor, or his mind was not very happy when he was given, after 14 years, the throne of whole world. So he had the same quietude in both the condition. Whether he had the luxurious food in the silver and golden plate, or he had hardly any fruit on his palm, it doesn't make him angry against Kekai that what she did to me, this is what she had given. So the chit was much above what the external world gives the vritti to us. So that vritti is fizzling out in front of my knowledge or my love for God. Inner vritti is so big that in outer vritti doesn't create a turmoil, or doesn't create a excitement, or doesn't take away my discrimination. So it's imperative, it's very important that we should have detachment. If detachment is not there, what will happen? That the person will lose all what he has learned in his classes and lessons. He will be overpowered, he will not be able to take right decision, he will not be able to do his present job, what is in hand. He will not be able to love someone, he will not be able to serve. I mean, his worth will not be there if detachment is not there. I think a person's worth is his detachment only. At least during that time when you are working, like you are here, still you have to be detached only, at least for 1 hour. If Gurudev was not detached, he wouldn't be able to serve for so long. Imagine that. If one Maharaj was not detached, he wouldn't be able to be alone in Uttarkashi there. So any excellence wants that you should be above the worldly responses, what the world gives. I have grown above it. If every now and then something will happen and I am affected, then it means that I have no creativity in me for the day. And something will happen. So detachment is a very important. Even the child going to school has to be detached from his mother and father at least to the time he is in the school also. Otherwise he can't study. What to say of the one who has to have a knowledge of the self? Now, where detachment comes from? So detachment deals with three emotions. The emotion of sadness, that world will take away something, or emotion of anger, Veet, Rag, Bhaya, Krodha, or emotion of desire. These three emotions are being taken care by detachment. You have grown over, nothing can make me very angry. Seeing nothing can make me very desirous. And nothing can make me very sad. So he is after all. Kasya sukham na karoti viraga. So this is an inner mastery that the person has achieved because of his detachment. There is no way out. Vairag is one of the Chatushte, Sadhan Chatushte. One has to have that kind of feeling. Otherwise he will not be able to excel in any area. Forget about spiritual path. Now how to develop that detachment? The detachment is developed by three ways at the most. Either from our experiences, we know that everything, moment I want, it will create a sorrow. I told yesterday also, Janma Mrityu Jarava Vyadi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam, by continuously seeing fault, not in others that we are good. In the birth, in death, in disease, in some kind of any bodily diseases or in any relations, more I practice to see my desire is giving me sorrow, my attachment is giving me sorrow. Anything which we think has troubled me, we can go away from that. Only thing I have to shift, I think person troubled me, I have to shift that this my habit of attachment troubled me. All my sorrows in my whole life was because of my obsession and attachments only. Whether it was somebody stole my balloon in my childhood, or somebody took away my bat, or in my youthfulness I lost my marks, or I lost my friend, whatever is there. Or my friend who was with me is talking to somebody else now. Whom I was loving, he is not loving me, or he is loving me but he is with somebody else also, loving other person also, I want him to love me. Anything, or as a father, mother, because my child is there, therefore I am affected by his power. There is no other cause of sorrow other than the attachment actually. And therefore, if I tell you, only one text which I found which deals very, very solidly on this that is Bhagavad Gita. Whole Bhagavad Gita deals with the psychology of these two emotions and taking you to the state of realization. But if detachment is not it is not natural, it is cultural. You have to develop it. Anytime you feel sad, please find out that I think I am too attached to this idea, or I am too much sad about because I wanted this way only and not other way, or because I am attached to this person, therefore there is not a sadness will guarantee total. That person will have emotional breakdown from time to time. Fear will come, anger will come, comparison will come, jealousies will come, pride will come, elation will come. You cannot avoid all these things. It is very, very risky emotion, which we don't understand. There is no way out. I think many times crimes happen because of this attachment only. Murders happen. So how to develop this? First is to see fault in this emotion. Convert the attachment into love and acceptance. Attachment does not accept the thing as it is. It is imposing of my will. I will see from my angle and not from your angle. I'll do what I want and not what you want. Therefore, Kekai could not be of much value to Dasharathji because of her attachment to power. And Dasharathji could not be of much value to Ramji at the end because of his attachment to Kekai. This was the only sore point in his life, that I am the instrumental in sending my son to the forest, and that too, the most beloved and most beautiful, wonderful son. Without a little fault of his, he has been punished because of my attachment. Therefore, Lakshmanji was very angry. In Valmiki Ramayana, Lakshmanji says such harsh words. He says, we should take the enemy and put everybody in the jail, including the father. Shall I say more what he said? If required, we should kill him. He said, without any fault, what's going on nonsense? It is between them. Where are you coming into picture? It took one chapter Bhagavan Ram to pacify him. Well, is this the way to be a father? Any father will do like this. You read history, any father will do to the son who is totally non-ambitious, he is not challenging him. ऐसी सी बात बोला. Attachment से आदमी जो है paralyzed, he's paralyzed. It is called intellectual paralysis happens. Bhagwan Ram was of much value because he was not attached to kingdom. Attached person can't perform dharma. Lakshmanji was of much value to Bhagwan Ram because he was not attached to his wife or power. Lakshmanji was asked to stay rather in the kingdom. He was not given exile at all. If you know the story. Nothing. Nobody has asked him. Bharatji was of much value to the whole world because he was not attached to the kingdom or his power, wealth, position, money, comfort, name, fame. A person's value is not there if he is attached because he will not be performing well. He will be underperformer in the area because much of his energy has gone in that area of fighting against something which cannot be changed. You are fighting against something which cannot be changed. You develop sadness, you develop anger, whatever emotion you develop, but that will destroy the peace of my mind actually. Nothing will happen by that. So therefore, lot of stress is given in the discourses on this emotion. This is the one reason how detachment is there. Second reason to develop detachment is to develop love for satsang and God. automatically, see, we are here because we had love for satsang, therefore we could leave our house and we can have something. Therefore we have love. Love for God is there. So you don't feel something is bigger than God. Why should I bother about anything else? If Mirabai had no love for Lord Krishna, she couldn't be wandering on the streets of Vrindavan. So extreme love automatically, Gurudev used to say that attach and detach. When you walk, you attach, then only you detach. You put your feet, you attach, detach, attach, detach. They attach, detach. Walking is nothing. So you could detach the back feet because you could attach somewhere. Therefore you could be detached. This is the second reason. Third reason why how attachment goes is extreme love for teacher if somebody has. Extreme love, automatically people, I used to see, they used to leave their houses for Gurudev, not knowing about Vedanta, not knowing about the Gita also. But love for him made them leave everything. Last but most important is the grace of God. The grace of God से attachment आता है, otherwise a person is not attached, not detached from anything. So it's a very, very important requisite, because if you are not attached, not detached, next birth will be as per your attachment. You are ordering your next birth. As yesterday I was studying. So there is no way one should get out of it. Therefore I had taken one Vairag Shatkam in the last, in the year end Tiruvannamalai, I had taken Vairag Shatkam, 100 verses on dispassion. Bhartruhari writes on dispassion. You know the story of Bhartruhari? The one with the necklace. He was very fond of his wife, Bhartruhari. And on her some good dish, he gave a very good necklace. Ultimately, that necklace was found in the maid. So remember that? So maid. So he said, "Did you steal?" She said. He said, "No, I didn't steal the maid. I mean, steal the necklace." He said, "Then, my minister gave me." And ultimately, he went to the minister. Minister said, "I didn't steal. You, your wife, and me both are in deep love." He got such a big shock of his life. He didn't do anything. But he called his younger brother Vikramaditya, gave the throne, put on white clothes and went in the jungle. He said, "This is what you do for everything, and ultimately you get this thing in the world. Better to give the same love to the God and relax." And I'm telling you, that is a fact of our life, that the time we give to people, energy we give to people, energy we give to our own self, if we had invested the same amount of energy to the Lord, our spiritual progress would have been many, many times. This is what Tulsidasa's wife said to him. In the night when he climbed the house and reached, if you know the story, he was so at that time possessed by the attachment that he was thinking the snake to be rope. That was a dangerous adhyas. Seeing the rope as a snake is still it is. But seeing the rope as snake as rope. So he climbed that, and ultimately when he went and knocked the door, Ratnavali was her name, Ratna. And she said, "You have come in this night?" He said, "But you are my wife." He said, "I'm your wife." She was very beautiful. He said, "You are my wife. I couldn't live without you." She said, "But is this the way to come? This is such a terrible rain is going on. And you cross the river thinking it's a boat, it's a corpse. And you climbed on the rope, which is the snake. See, the snake is moving." And then he saw. He said, "Are you not ashamed of yourself? You could have met me tomorrow. Such a big, madness you have for me. Hard mass ki deh par tapar itni priti." This body of flesh and bones, you are so attached. Tasu adi suram prati avasimite bhavbhiti. Half of this, if you had for Ram, your birth and death cycle will be over. This Saraswati ji sat on the tongue of his wife. Because many wives would have said like that, but husband wouldn't have changed. They say that very listening, he turned immediately and walked out. And next morning he went to Prayagraj from Rajapur. This was in Rajapur. And there he took sannyas. He got so dispassionate. Not because she shunned him, don't think. Not because she said like that, but what she said was absolutely right, he said. What she told was really right. And that's what I called grace of God. So detachment is not an optional thing. Better you get out, otherwise next birth will come and many issues will trouble us. Some person saying something, somebody not saying something, something will be lost, something will be gained. This will continue. And you will always lose something in the world. You will get something. Some relatives will be there. They will have their own issues. So you suffer from somebody else's prarabdha and subha, rather than your prarabdha doesn't have so many problems as your relatives' prarabdha. I'm telling you. Your prarabdha and your sabha is not troubled as much your relatives. Therefore, we are supposed to be detached slightly. The so-called relatives, one saint used to tell me, they are your enemies. When I was studying, he told me they are not relatives, they are enemies. So, not that they are physical enemies, but in your mind they are your enemies. And therefore you will be troubled from them. You will suffer more from them. Anyway, let me come to the question now. Question says that I am trying to acceptance of everything. Acceptance of everything is not the direct meaning of detachment. Detachment is not acceptance is more a devotional aspect. Detachment is something where you are unruffled. You have dustified everything. Everything is not. Swami Nityananda, I told you, used to use this word as dust. Swami Nityananda of Ganesh Puri, where Mannabai stayed. So there he used to sit down and he had a, bed. Plank was there. Whole day used to sit. Lot of people used to come and tell his problems, their problem, and he used to come and dust. Get out. So that is very important. If you have opportunity, please read Vairak Shatkam, one shlok you read. So it is written here, I suffer as a result because I can't get detached, and it ruins many of them, definitely. Extreme love for Lord, extreme love for Guru, or extreme vivek, and last is grace of God. These four factors are there which facilitate. We are not that much putting of effort for detachment. It won't come so easily because our impressions are deep. Can you please guide me how to attain this? And yet love, already I said, there are four ways, and the meaning of attachment, it's a dangerous thing. There was one saint, I'll tell you so that you don't get overconfident. One saint was there living alone, full of joy. One boy came to him. Boy must be 6-7 years old. So he thought this boy is extremely good, very spiritual, very promising young boy. He thought he'll definitely become a sannyasi. So he nourished him, nurtured him, brought him up. And ultimately, it so happened, that boy passed away when he was 13, 14, in the same ashram. Now, this sannyas, this sadhu, and he was not sannyasi, this sadhu was there. He got so sad, so sad. देखो कहाँ से कहाँ बात हो गई. It has a various garb that I'm doing very good for him, I'm helping him. ये सब attachment का ही अलग अलग नाम है. I'm trying to bring him up, I'm trying to, help him for his spiritual growth. So much he got upset that he hit his head on the floor and he died. 2 dead bodies are there now. This sadhu also. Let me tell you, attachment need not be for any, like woman is there or power is there or money. Attachment can be on any silly things also. It can be on anything. It can be like a plant, one can be very attached. Plant, one can be attached to any small thing like that. So this is a very serious matter, and if you don't take seriously, some issue will come to bog us down. It from relative, from somebody's insult, from honor. People get attached to honor, people get attached to organizations, people get attached to disciples, people get attached to name, fame, people get attached to their ashrams. So truth is a smaller, ashram is bigger now. Truth is smaller than the ashram. ऐसा हो जाता है. To their own disciple, where my disciple is going, there they get attached to. So don't get into any trap. Keep yourself totally free. Let anybody wants to go anywhere, let him go. He comes very good. Even if you get good food, very good. Don't get any food, very good. At least you will get some roti and salt. If nothing is this much, you will definitely get. God will give you. So because with the good food, other things will also come to you. So don't think it comes without a cost. Don't get too much infatuated by this thing, that thing. Sometimes I go to the ashrams, so they say, this is their dakshina came less. That person colony dakshina was more. What are you talking on these issues? Is this issue to talk on that? If you go to Rishikesh, somebody gives bhiksha to 1,000 sadhus. You will not believe, sometimes they talk, earlier when he came, he gave 2 laddus, and this person gave only 1 laddu. In Dakshina, he gave 50 rupees. Earlier one, 500 he gave. This is very confused. Sometimes this discussion also, not all of them, I'm not generalizing, but someone who does not have, what is this, all these things? What is all these things? One saint was there, he lived with his disciple. So he told his disciple, just meditate every day, mourn you observe, and just meditate. So one day it so happened, 1 week this disciple could not focus on meditation. So this person went to his guru. He said, what is it? He said, I am not able to meditate since last 1-2 weeks. He said, did you think of doing some good to somebody? See the point. Did you think of doing some good to somebody? He said, no, but just somebody had threw some rupees, few 100 rupees. So I kept it. I thought I'll give it to this person and I will do this work, I'll do this. This is your ahankar has come because of that. Doing good was not a problem. You thought you will do it by yourself and therefore you are disturbed. Don't touch it. Take it with the cowding and throw it in the Ganges. So itna log sensitivity ho jati. I have found that moment you start getting something in the terms, mind is attached to that thing. It can be food, it can be disciple, it can be fame, it can be good house, it can be anything like that. So be very, very careful, otherwise only we will suffer and nobody will take care, share our suffering. Okay? So this is the one question. So the four things you develop, you can definitely get detached. Now, next question is little Vedantic. स्वामी जी के श्री चरणों में शत शत नमन. Understanding by vichar and reflecting on satsang, I know I am not this form, but I am not able to stay in my drashta bhavana. It remains in vichar only and become dukhi. When there is only consciousness, then where is this sukhi dukhi jeev come from? It's only wrong perception. Why does it still affect me so much? Why is this individuality remaining so strong? Jagat is just a dream. Why is it there? So much feeling of reality in this. What is the way of thinking, correct thinking? Thinking and understanding alone is not helping. Please guide me. Why is it troubling? You should answer that. Why should I bother about that? If you are not understanding that thing and you are not able to stay in the drishta bhav, then that means still the identification is very strong. The reflection is lesser, the viparya bhavana is more, the dispassion is less, vivek is less, the quantity of our sadhana is lesser. That is the only thing. Otherwise, vichar will definitely take to some kind of quietness. When there is only consciousness, topic is over. Where is this sukhi dukhi jeev? That will come from ignorance. Anything can come from ignorance. Only consciousness is there doesn't mean when in the dream only consciousness there is. Still we are because I don't know the consciousness. The dreams here I don't know, therefore I am suffering in the dream also. So that is not a criteria why the only dream, if only consciousness is there, why I am suffering. If I don't know, then what will happen? So to know that, I have to put effort, I have to do my own sadhana, I have to do bhajan, I have to do kirtan, I have to take care of my vasanas, then I have to take care of my agyan, parampara sadhan, bahirang sadhan, antarang sadhan, sakshat sadhan. 4 levels of sadhanas you have heard. One is called parampara sadhan, where you purify your antakaran by yoga, shastra and bhakti, etc. Then comes bahirang sadhan, like shamadamo, pratiti, diksha, etc. Then comes antarang sadhan like shravan manan dhyan. And then comes sakshat sadhan like aham brahmasmi. So you have to go through a process, otherwise you will be stuck up somewhere. So something is wrong in my system. Somewhere either I have not done sufficient bhakti, or I have not done sufficient concentration, or my meditation is incomplete, or I have not done sufficient listening, or I have not sufficiently served the Guru, or I have not sufficiently taken Lord's name, or I have not sufficiently have good bhavana with everybody. So these deficiencies will come as an obstacle in your path. And therefore one should go process by process, stage by stage, so that you don't get up. You know, when you're studying, so many times you are confident that this chapter we know, second chapter, no need to study, fourth chapter, no need to study, I'll study 10th chapter. And when we started studying 10th chapter, the terminologies were used of the second and third and fourth chapter now. Every now and then you return the book and see what is this, what is this, what is this. You get fed up ultimately, and tomorrow is a paper. You get fed up, you say, let me first see this chapter. What is the third and fourth chapter saying? But I was so confident that this chapter doesn't have that thing. I'll straight away go to this chapter. Chapter 10 is very important. I think I know this. And when you start reading it, then you understand many things are very important I had not known. So sadbhavana, if that is not maintained, sarbhuti terata is not maintained, I have not served sufficiently, or I have not done sufficient puja, or I have not done sufficient jap, or I had not got the blessings in a good quantity, or I have not worshipped the God for a long time. Many, many things are going to contribute in your future journey. So because there is something lagging, or I think I understand, people don't listen to Vedanta properly from a teacher, or after listening certain kind of contemplation is less, or certain time meditation is less, So when you don't invest in certain areas, then don't expect a very high dividend because I have not invested properly in that area. आपको रगड़ना पड़ेगा, मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. अथाश्वलानो भगवंतम परमेष्टम समय उपसमित्योवाच अदिहि भगवन् ब्रह्म विद्याम वरिष्ठाम सदा सद्भि सेवमानाम निगुणाम यया चिरात् सर्व पापम व्यपोय परात्परम पुरुषम यात विद्वान तस्मै सहोवाच श्रद्धा भक्ति ध्यान योगादवही. कैवल्य नो भाई, श्रद्धा भक्ति ध्यान. जल्दी में मत रहो आप. डोंट बी इन अ हरी. You know, one person was there, he was a government servant. He took sannyas, doing 50-50 malas, Gayatri every day. But nobody wanted to talk to him. He's such a boring person he was. So doing lot of jap and all this. Agnihotra he used to do. So people went to Sri Baba. He said, why this person is so dry and nobody wants to be around him also. Then Baba said very nice thing. He said he was a government servant. So he got pension. So he had put his pension in the bank. And every month he takes the money of that pension and, organizes his own food. He thinks other sadhus are beggars. I am earning anything. This thought is not allowing his ego to finish. Therefore, earlier bhiksha system was there. So they used to go to the houses and really beg bhiksha like this, bhavati bhiksham dehi. It's an ego crusher actually. Because sometimes you get insulted, sometimes you are shouted upon, sometimes, hey, such a hefty person asking bhiksha. Mota person. Hey, Congress! Bhikhari kahenge. See his health, young person, begging instead of working something. Parasite in the society. Such word you hear. Gurudev has taken Diksha. Somewhere you are given like this. Roti डाल दो, दे दो दो रोटी दे दो इसको. ऐसे दे दिया, किसी ने आटा दे दिया. You make your own roti. Going somewhere near the road, you can collect some wood and get matchbox. And you are making, not tawa is not there. So you do like this simply. You read the stories of Mahatmas. You do like this. पानी मिल गया, ऐसे करके डाल दिया, और slowly पक गई रोटी. कुछ खा लिया, you got salt, तो personality दूसरी हो जाती है. So certain things if a person lags, so it will be coming later on as a big obstacle. इस स्टेप को ठीक नहीं किया. When in the examination, sometimes you don't get the right answer. So initially when you see, you have made mistake initially, 4 into 2, you wrote 9. And in our schools, we were asked to show the rough work also. So left was a rough, right was a main work. And the teacher used to put nice in circle. That this is where your mistake is. So somewhere either I have not done Guru Bhakti, or I have not done Ishwar Bhakti, or I have not got the blessings of my father, mother also, or I have not done Jap also, or I have not paid the debts earlier also, or I have not done sufficient titiksha was not there. This path requires quite a number of things. When you are going to get something very big, you should pay also big cost for that. You can't get something big at a very small cost. You want a 10-room bungalow in Amshlanga, supposing, or somewhere, and you want a car park, and you want a yard, you want a lawn, and you have only 20,000 rand, so that won't work. It will come in millions, it won't work. You are wanting a moksha, you are wanting peace, you are wanting absolute quietness, you are wanting that I should not be reborn. Such big things you are wanting. And investment is very low, so how will it happen? And therefore, this is there. Anand ji, Hari Om, your question is also the alag se inka question hai. Swamiji, please explain relationship between Maya and Brahman. यही है ना भाई. When Brahman is all pervading, it's full, it can't get related to anything. Relation is possible in something is finite, then it and modifying. Something finite and modifying can get related to something else which is finite. When space is not related to any of the five elements because it is infinite, it is all pervading. How can Brahman get related? There is no relation. Only thing Maya is dependent on that Brahman for its existence. Maya can't exist separately because false can't exist without the Sat. Sannapya sanya ubhayatmikano bhinnapya bunya ubhayatmikano. Vivek Chudamani. It is not one with it, it is not different. It is not equal to Sat, it is neither a Sat also. So there is no relationship, but still because it is giving its existence. Brahman is lending its existence. Mam Maya Duratya, therefore he says. Maya means existence of the Maya is because of Brahman. Okay. Next question is in Hindi. I'll translate it. एक प्रश्न करना चाहता हूँ. So वो वेदांत वाले क्वेश्चन. अहम ब्रह्मास्मि की अपरोक्षानुभूति वो उसमें लंबे समय तक रुकना संभव नहीं हो पाता. इसकी तुलना में पहले अहम ये सेकंड अहम इज जीव भाव. I think Jaipur I was using this. Second aham is Brahman, first aham is Jeev, changing I. And behind that was the unchanging I, second aham. So he's saying that I'm not able to stabilize in the second aham, which is Brahman, but in the first aham it is very natural. So, but merging the first aham into second aham is little easier. Very good. If it is very easy, तो आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर. Don't go for Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi is a very big thing. First, be a drishta of your body, of your situations. Think like this person is sitting. He is changing, I am unchanging. He is crying, I am not crying. He was born, I was not born. He has a father, mother, I have no father, mother. So try to objectify the body first and see the body as a drishya rather than going to Brahman first away. Know that you are other than 5 koshas first. Pranamaya, Annamaya, Manomaya. First master this area. So when body walks, you should feel I am not walking, body is walking. When body is sleeping, don't say these things. Just know it. Otherwise it will become a caricature. In our Vedantic, in our Vedantic, one doctor was coming, lady doctor. So when we said, no, we have pain in the back, he said, whose back? He said, whose back and who has the pain? Who has the pain and who has the back? The students used to get very irritated with her. So we should not just use Vedanta like that. You should give one slap and say, who is the slap? Who slapped? And who got the slap? When you are talking in Vyavhar, always use the language of Vyavhar. I am walking, I am talking, I am thinking. But when you talk to your own self, never talk in a Vyavharik language. Talk in a Paramarthik language. When you talk with the world, talk in Vyavharik language. When you talk to yourself, you talk in Paramarthik language. Either talk as a devotee, either talk as a Brahman. Don't talk as a father, mother, husband, wife. When you talk to yourself, this is the secret. And it makes a difference what language, which word you use to define yourself will define your sorrow and joy. Which word you use? I told you, na? In India, if somebody is handicapped, there is one word called Divyang. Divyang word is used. Divyang means one who has divine and unseen limbs. It is called Divyang. You can easily say that he's handicapped. Even physically challenged word is used everywhere, I think. Physically challenged. But earlier it was not like that. Handicapped word was used 10 years, 15 years back. Now you cannot call the person handicapped. You say he's physically challenged. Ear-wise impaired listening, something like hearing. ऐसा कुछ बोलते हैं. Like somebody doesn't have eyes. So you can't say he's अंधा है. You say सूरदास आ गए. आइए सूरदास जी. Understood, no? Surdas, because Surdas did not have eyes. So that was his great name, saint. And now we are talking about Surdas. So this is just to give him that honor. So when you talk in your language, and I am very sad, I am very upset, he troubles me a lot, I am frustrated, this person, then slowly you are defining yourself wrongly, and this will precipitate. Your definition about yourself will always trouble you. And when you say, I am devotee of the Lord, I have nothing to do with anybody, whatever work has come, I am doing it as yours, you will do it, I know, I have nothing to do, I have nothing to do. Internally, don't say I am a father or I am a mother. I am acting father and I am acting mother. I am not the mother of my children. Mother is Durga Devi, Kali Ma. I am only acting on Kali Ma's behalf. Care of, I am acting. I am not a real mother. Real mother is only God, goddess is there. She is my goddess. Understood, no? So, first of all, if you are a Vedantic seeker, try to see that the body is an object like a paperweight. This is also one five element, and this is what Ramana Maharshi did. Ramana Maharshi saw his body as a dead body. This is how his spirituality started. If you have known his biography, if you have seen, so one day he was there, he used to sleep very badly. Nobody could wake him up. That was one thing. I was coming from Jaipur to Mumbai, one person came. He was going to Saudi Arabia, maybe some labor. He slept like that. Air hostess came, sir, get up, sir, lunch is, sir, please get up. The person next to him, sometimes we also go to sleep, and if they come and they say, sir, we immediately get up. Yeah. But who will miss the food? But that person was not getting up at all. 5 minutes it took. I said, Baap re baap, itna bhi log kumbh karan. Then other persons did like, hey, do. And he was doing like that. Do. But he was successful. Well, lunch, please take. Have that poor air hostess. Have a lunch, sir. उसको समझ में तो आ नहीं रहा है सब. बोले lunch ले लीजिए, खाना तैयार है आपका. Then he got awake, then he ate. Ramana Maharshi also was like that. Nobody could wake him. One typical point about his sleep. When he was a young boy, they used to took a lot of effort to wake him up. But what he saw in the dream was this only, that my body, this is a dead body. This is a dead body, I have nothing to do with this. That was the starting point. Ab kuch pur janam ka hoga unka pratibandh. Then he went to Tiruvannamalai, and then all these things happened. So first step is, don't go for Aham Brahmasmi, that is very big step. First go for Aham Drishta. I am uninvolved, seer of this body, mind, intellect, life. This person was born here, he grew up there, his was is this. Don't be so affected. Today is very sad, today is very happy. Though whatever is, हमारा इससे कोई मतलब नहीं. See the body as the third person. Swami Ram Tirth never used I. He used to say this person, this body says. This body wants to tell to you. So he has 7 volumes of In the Woods of God realization. So in that, if you read, he use this language. So that is fine, even if you can merge, this is a very big thing. Okay. Now your question is there, very long question is there. So, satsang, Swami's satsang is the light of that my days, nishtha and self, words, scripture are presented in such a penetrating manner with the humor, wit. All negativities become crackers and burst, purifying my mind and taking me closer to God. Question is, Bhagwan's laws are irrevocable as mentioned by Swamiji and Prashnopnishad also. This is more easily seen in manifest creation of the world. The precision of the sun, moon, planet, etc. are there. I am a product of ignorance and I don't know or understand what is dharma and what is dharma. How do these laws affect me and what can I do to make my understanding better? How do I repent for what I did, not knowing that it was wrong? How to look at and accept the wrong understanding or doings of others? What should be my outlook? I have made mistakes, I don't want to make more. So many questions are there. In one, there are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is a clever one. See, the point is you have asked that, I am not a product of ignorance. The body is a product of ignorance. Mind is a product of ignorance. Our intellect is a product of ignorance. Admit it is there. I am not a product of ignorance. Second thing, laws, how the laws act upon me. Very important question. Like there is a gravitational law acting on this, law of coolness, law of the heat. Four laws are acting on everybody. One is called law of Virat, other is called law of Karmphal, third is called law of God, some relation, and fourth is law of ignorance. Law of Virat is there that if my swabhav is very good, then I get blessings of the people around. My nature, my good nature, whatever is there, four laws I said, if my nature is very loving and very serving, you will be on the fast track of a spiritual path because Tesham Ham Samudharta will be faster in the life. This is the first law, where I have served a lot, I have given a lot. Ranti Dev's story comes in Bhagavad, if you remember. He gave his all food to the people. So if Swabhav is good of a person, he is a source of joy for many people and everybody blesses that person. The Swabhav is very, very important thing of everybody. That holds a very big say. How fast your obstacles will be removed. So that is called Virat's blessings is required on this path. I always say the way to Ishwar is through Virat. So this is, if somebody is not served sufficiently, then somewhere his pratibandh will not be cleared up. Somebody was there, she said, every time I get, all body has, not pimples, abscess all over. Abscess all over the body. I said, every Saturday you go to Hanumanji's temple and offer chana and jaggery. If you can go to twice, it will be better. Why? Because some kind of debts are remaining of the last birth. Try to make the gods happy by paying their debts off. And it has started getting better. So if the Virat is not happy, because when I heard somebody, I heard the God, Aham hi sarva yajnana bhokta cha prabhurev cha. One lady was there, all the time her back used to burn. Back used to burn like anything. So she went to a saint, and no doctor could treat. So doctor said, on your stove, you put the tawa all the time. Even if it is roti is not cooked, you put the tawa all the time. देखो ऐसे फल आ जाता है. So that is hurting. You are neglecting that. In our childhood, if the fan was on whole night, they say, morning, please put off the fan. Let the fan also rest. बताया जाता था. Don't just use the fan just like that and insult the fan. When you are not using the fan, please put it off. That was a common sense said. When you are not using the light, put it off. उसका भी देवता neglect हो जाता है. Like that. If Virat is not worshipped, the law of Virat will create an obstacle in our life. And therefore, Nachiketa's first boon was for his father, if you remember. 3 boons he had asked. 1 was for his father, 1 for society, 3rd was for him. That he should happily sleep. He should not be worried that I have gone. When I go back, he should not be scared that Bhoot has come. He should treat me well. If you remember, that was his first boon. So, therefore, in our Vedanta course, you won't believe, the blessings and written permission of the parents are required now. Written is required now. In your time also. In my time, written was not there, but now it is written permission is required. Because they can come and they can take the boy away. Like in your batch, they took somebody away. He was a good student, but still he was taken away by the parents. Because some debts were remaining at some part of their life. So, pehla hai कि I have made the people around relatively happy. Everybody has their own nature. If you don't get happy, it's not my. But I have tried to make the people happy. People say very easily, I don't bother about anybody. You have to bother. You just cannot say, I will do anything, I don't care anybody. You have to care. I do what I want, I don't bother. No, you have to bother. You cannot just say and do anything, I don't bother, I'll do whatever I want, I don't care. No. Then you will also, your path will be stuck somewhere. This was the difference between Pandavas and Kauravas. Pandavas had served their parents and their grandsire and never insulted, never raised their voice. And Duryodhana was fighting with them every day. So he created a natural antipathy for himself. And Pandavas created a sympathy for themselves. And therefore when in Gita it started, Duryodhana goes to Dronacharya and he says, please see the army. What was the need to say this? He was already seeing it. But just to give a taunting expression that, see, your son is there, this is what is there, that you have taught them and they are fighting against you. This was his hidden point. And Madarthe Tyakta Jivita, they are fighting for me. And when Yudhishthir goes down for Mahabharat war, he comes down off his chariot, goes to Bhishma Pitama first, offers namaskar. And Bhishma Pitama said, Vijayi Bhava. And he adds one line, if you had not come and offered namaskar, I would have fought against you. So first law that acts is the law of Virat. Sometimes I may be doing very good in doing jap, or I may be doing good in puja, or I am very good in my meditation, but I am not good in behaviors, then people will not have very good. People, you know what they think? Let me see how long he can continue. Bahut kar raha hai, let me see how long he can continue. I have seen father and mother saying for the son. Son took his own path and went away. Not his spiritual path, but let me see how much he can progress without my blessing. Let me see. So therefore, first is this path. Second law was, I forgot. Karma phal. We are under laws. Karma will create, karma phal is there. I have done something wrong, I will have to get the fruit in due time. And therefore, lot of scriptures have Madhu Manishye, Madhu Madishye, Madhu Vakshyami. Let me speak sweet. Why? Because I am likely to hurt somebody through my speech. Jivva me Madhu Mattama. Every day you chant. If somebody has hurt you, it is mainly because of his speech. Second is area of karma. I have done actions, and accordingly I get the fruits of action. क्या करें भाई? Bhagwan will give the fruit of action. So this will keep on acting upon me, what actions I have done, good, bad, worst. Third is the area of Kripaphala, my relation with the God. This is a very sweet area where you can please the Lord with your good intentions. Yomad bhakta samapriya yasman no dvijate loka logan no dvijate jaya harsham harshmayodvegai mukto yasa jami priya. You can love the Lord, you can please the Lord, you can make a one-to-one relation with the Lord. He helps, He comes and clears up. He turns the poison of Mira into nectar. He turns the snake into shaligram. You know the story when the tokri was, she used to put the basket on her lap and offer flower archana. I went to that temple in Mewad, in Chittorgarh. Temple is there. She go to the temple and the big flower basket was. She was a princess, so not that 3 flowers were there. So, or 4 flowers. There were a full basket of flowers. 4 full basket of flower was there, and 4 snakes were put. Poisonous snakes were put, cobras, so that moment she will open, they will jump on her and bite her. And that converted into Shaligram, which is in Vrindavan. If you have seen Mira temple, still those Shaligram is there. Mirabai lived there. So you by developing a relation, you change certain things in life. If you have gone to Jagannath Puri, which I will be going, Jagannath Puri, there are one over other, the pots are kept. Last pot is cooked first. The toppest one is cooked first. Bhagwan ki ajeeb kripa hai. So this is the second law acting, what you have done to God, and accordingly God will give to you. God will give something special. He'll take your sorrows. And fourth law is the law of ignorance. As long as ignorance is there, next boom of mother is ready. These are the 4 laws acting, as it was asked. So this is the how laws affect us. And laws affect us very, very badly. इतना हो जाता है लॉस का चक्कर, ऐसा हो जाता है. भगवान से कुछ भी हो सकता है. He can see our. Yesterday was Pradosh, I think. Yesterday was Pradosh. So, if you had known this idol of Lord Shiva had come earlier, I was in Bali and it was taken away. Then Jai Premraj had to bring that Lord Shiva's idol from the ship to here. From morning he is standing, but that idol came only at Pradosh Kal. It was Pradosh Kal between 4 to 6, and that time only that idol reached here, and it was kept there. There it was kept. And you can see the photograph that day, and today also you see the photograph. You will see a difference. Ye Bhagwan ki kripa hai. Not a single time his bhog was missed in all these 12, 13 years. There may be many priests. Priests were many, but the prasad we had always got. When I came here, I think Prithviraj was there in the first meeting. 14,000 was the total amount in the kit. 13 to 14,000. And we had no rented from this MTN and all these. What is it before that? Cell phone. This was not there. I said, God will give us some money. No steady source of income, nothing. And today we are standing with so many ashrams and so much. so much is there in a property value and many people are there. This is called God's grace is there. In the same hall Vishnu Sahasranam was held. 80 people were coming. What you are doing? Same hall. Under the tin shed, the Gayatri Havan was done or held every time. Vimal was doing it. Vimal. All that added, we had all prayed to the God. And today we are sitting here. This hall was not like this. That. What brick it is called? Face brick. Face brick was shabby face bricks were there. This whole thing was taken out. This was different. I'm just saying we had not a penny was in my pocket. And how the money came, who came and who designed, how it all happened. This is called somebody God has intervened. And today also that Chinmaya and Annapurna, I'm telling you how we got the place. Still I'm, amazed to think that how somebody can give so much of land area without knowing us so well. And now the kitchen is almost ready. Interesting thing is this, kitchen is almost ready to be functional. Next month it is functional now. It's such a massive project, 20 million, it's a big amount. It's not a joke. So much corrections were there, aberrations were done. I'm just moved and touched. And therefore I feel that Lord will take it forward. He will bring some people to take the project forward. So there's a law acting somewhere. Law of prayer, law of surrender, law of melting of the heart. I have no strength. What is the strength? I don't ask money. My only strength is Lord only. He will do it. So there is nothing to worry when there is hurry. Bhagwan ne to kya ho gaya? Similarly, many things came up. I used to think and tell Abhijit also if we had some place in Reservoir Hill. Remember that? And ultimately Mr. Singh came. Ultimately, Queensborough people came without anything. We didn't have to pay anything for that. Mr. Singh came in the same lounge and he proposed that. Lot of things happened. I'm just giving here and there. Who was doing that? Where from it came? Cosmic Hanuman Chalisa happened. I think we should again have Cosmic Hanuman. We are missing that. Cosmic Hanuman Chalisa, we are missing that. Somewhere it brought the community together and the mission was known through that. That was the first program which brought Chinmaya Mission on the front of the Durban Hindu society. But God was there. And how it rained in the morning. And how the rain went away in the daytime, in the early morning. The slippers were all flying and floating. Ultimately, then by the time it started, then it continued, and what a big gathering was there. कुछ अपने पास कुछ भी नहीं था. We didn't have good amount of money to start the project. Even the temple project we didn't have any, but God took over. So what my experience is after doing this, that what the love of God is. This is a principle of Lord. Your prayer, your jap, your sadhana, your puja, your chanting of Sundarkand, whatever you are doing, it works. It works. Intentions are pure. I don't want anything. Let the community be benefited. Let Gurudev's name be spread. Let me be the last person somewhere. And last law is law of ignorance is there. And law of self-realization is there. If I know the self, I will be free only then from all bondage and sorrow. These four laws are acting continuously on every person at the same time. And what to do the repent? Best repent is takes Lord's name as much as possible. Japat siddhi. Janmanat pati iti japa. That which protects from janm is called jap or part. That is the only thing that can take away all sorrows away. all the repentance will be there. And what badness, supposing there is nobody who has not done mistake. Who has not done mistake? We all have done mistake. My outlook, after mistake, we should become humbler and more purer. That is the only thing, that I should not repeat my mistake. I should be more quieter person. And that is the only thing we can pray to the God. Only God can take away all the sorrows and all the mistakes that we have done, or we may do it later on. So that I may not again commit, because we can't trust our mind. It can do anything at any time. Most dangerous, and we have instrument. Let us pray that may I behave, mind should behave properly. And therefore we go to the temple 3 times a day, 2 times a day. Therefore we say Aarti time, everybody should be there. Why? That is the time we pray, we seek forgiveness, we seek our strength from the Lord. Okay, so that is only God's area. He alone can save us and make us quieter and not do mistakes and blunder and protect us. Some more questions are there, but time is over. We will see that sometime. Well, tomorrow Yagna is starting on Hanumanji's glories. Hari Om Tat Sat. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Give it to Anand.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. 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 Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. 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 Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda. He Nath Narayan